Love Vibes TV. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing amazing and having a wonderful long life relationship with your partner. I hope you subscribe to my channel. If you have not, kindly hit on the subscribe button for me, and please, the bell icon close to it, kindly click on it for me so that you always get notified anytime I post my new videos. Okay, thank you. And you can also like, share to a friend, and also suggest. Okay, I may not know everything, okay, but if there are things that you can also add to this particular topic, you can write them in the comment section. Let's get interactive, let's get to learn, and let's get to educate each other. Okay, so today's video we'll be looking at 8 types of women that every man should avoid if he really wants to have a long-lasting relationship. Okay, so there are several women out there, but if you want to have a long-lasting relationship and eventually get married to the woman you are dating or having a serious relationship with, then these are the traits that you have to follow. Okay, so if you begin to notice that your woman is beginning to have this trait or develop this habit of this particular trait I'm going to discuss with you, then try as much as possible to avoid her so you don't get caught up in the midst of something very tremendous. Okay, so without much ado, let's get into it.
Healthy relationships aren't just about avoiding the wrong kind of person or finding the right kind of person. Healthy relationships are a two-way street. Two people, each becoming the best they can be for themselves and eventually for one another. So before you figure out who you want to date, you might want to turn the focus inward and make sure you're growing and taking responsibility for your own flaws. Sometimes you'll be going into a relationship expecting the best, but when you go further and things are not going well, you might find out that there is something that do add up. You may ask yourself, why does she love you, or she is to self-importance? Below are the 8 types of women you shouldn't date. 1. The spendthrift. Now we all know what spendthrift are. Honestly, they always want to spend everything you have. Meanwhile, what they spent doesn't come from their earnings. They are uncaring, and they are not faithful. All what they want is, I want it here and now, so if you're not ready to provide, then you will have lesser chance to be with her. 2. The liar. If you are always with a woman who never tells you the truth, you need to be cautious about that woman. But I'm not saying don't date her, but the process of dating game with serious cautious. And I don't think anybody want to be with a liar, because this kind of person, you are not going to trust her in your entire life. 3. The chronic flirt. These women are all over the place. Now, how do you stay with a woman who is not willing to stay with you? Now you see, everybody like to flirt, but the reason why chronic flirt is our problem is that they easily invite every time in their life and mostly end up in a very tricky situation where she's gonna choose whether you or the other guys. You should not trust a woman who always want to flirt with anybody. Because most typically, if you have a woman that loves you seriously, she will not have time for anybody. She may be polite with other guys and other people, but in a relationship, she will not have time for them. 4. The materialistic woman. Now she places value on people who possesses wealthy things. People like this always want to give you a slighter opportunity, especially someone who has much resources. If a woman doesn't value you as a human being, but value what is money, or the wealthy things, then you just look closer to this person carefully. Why? Because one day she's going to sacrifice your love for everything else to acquire all the material things she need. In short, a gold digger. A leech, a parasite. This type of women only love your bank account and the privilege it brings her if you're with her. I don't see anything wrong if a woman asks her boyfriend or partner to buy her something, but please do not make it a habit and expects that everyone should be met. Or else, she doesn't love you anymore. In my home country, we have a saying about being poor and still being together no matter what. We often hear, Bahala saging, basta labing. That means it doesn't matter if we only eat bananas, as long as we're loving each other. 5. The what's mine is mine type of woman. If you meet a woman who is not willing to share her life with you or her time with you, and always be like me, then you are in trouble. She's never going to be faithful with you or put your needs ahead of herself at any point in time. Now if you want to succeed, it will take a bit to compromise for both parties. Because she may be thinking that she shouldn't be doing any kind of work. Then the man always have to be working hard always to maintain her. I'm talking of women who always be serious talking to their husband that, my money is not going to be taking care of a man. This type of a woman is likely to end the relationship with you if she doesn't get what she wants from you, and she will never contribute anything in the man's life. You should always tell her where you are, who's with you, what are you doing, with whom are you talking to, or maybe she asks you to record everything you do. Because boy, you're her property. She gets aggressive and possessive in a territorial manner when some girl talks to you because she believes what hers is hers alone. No sharing. And she these words etched in the middle of her heart, 3 is a crowd. You think you're lucky, she's so loyal, and she's so into you. Love is never selfish. Love involves trust, and these two work together. Without trust, love is questionable. If she loves you and has faith in the relationship, she wouldn't go ballistic just because you're talking to a girl on the phone. You know in your heart, you're just talking innocently with your colleague or a longtime friend, but your girl doesn't see it that way. Believe me, she has her reasons, mind you, they're illogical and pathetic. She's accusing you of cheating just because of that call. She would demand to browse your phone and messages. She wouldn't let you out of her sight for fear that you're going to sneak out and meet some random girl. Isn't it exhausting already? I know, it's exasperating just from thinking about it. Man, if you're experiencing it now, talk to her and tell your feelings about it. Loving her more and more every day, and giving assurances every second of the day might not save the relationship from failing because of her jealousy. Her love for herself would. And building confidence is the key. 6. The insecure woman. Have you ever dated a woman who is insecure? She will never allow you to have a female friends. If you are with your phone, she'd be busy looking at to find out the person you are chatting with. It is very hard to date this type of woman because they will end up having trouble with you. Yes, insecure can easily bring damages in a relationship. So if you are dating this kind of woman, you will end up being miserable. 7. The beauty only or the narcissist. Now this is usually a person who is in love with themselves. These kind of women always think self-important first, thinking that they are always the beast behind everything. They will never come down to anybody's level. Beside that, you can't even always sing the song of her praise. She is someone who always done well for herself, and if you are dating this kind of woman, you have to make her feel her importance than yourself. 8. The I'm not ready woman. She may know that you want to take the relationship into different level, but she will tell you that she is not ready. Nowadays it will be very difficult for you to find someone who'll be very honest with you. So if a woman tells you that I'm not going to continue a relationship with you, just advise yourself. Let me know on the comments section whether you agree or disagree with these 8 tips.